Have you ever felt your legs turn to jelly while climbing stairs? Or hesitated to take a walk because your muscles felt like wet noodles? If you're over 60, you're not alone. That shaky, tired feeling in your legs isn't just normal aging. It's your body whispering, sometimes screaming for help. But here's the good news. You don't have to accept it. My name is Arthur. I'm 74 years old. And last summer I couldn't lift myself out of my own rocking chair without groaning. My grandkids, God bless them, stopped asking me to play catch. My pride took a hit, but what scared me more was the thought that I might not be able to stay independent much longer. When I finally brought it up to my doctor, he said, "Well, it's just aging." But I didn't buy that. I've always believed aging is natural, but weakness, that's optional. That's when I started digging into what seniors like us actually need to keep our legs strong after 70. What I found changed everything. Leg weakness isn't always about disease or decline. In many cases, it's a lack of specific nutrients, building blocks your body quietly runs out of as the years go by. We stop absorbing what we used to, we eat less, and little by little, we start to shrink. Not just in body, but in strength. These aren't miracle pills or some new age diet trend. These are time-tested nutrients, supported by science, and found in everyday foods. And they work. Because they've worked for me. They've worked for Harold, my neighbor down the hall in assisted living. They've worked for my friend Ruth, who at 81 now walks more than I do. So today, I want to share the 6 most powerful nutrients I discovered. The very ones that help me get back up, literally and figuratively. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to tell you what I wish someone had told me at 65. We'll talk about how these nutrients impact muscle function, balance, senior health, and even your risk of falls. We'll explore how life after 70 can still be active and fulfilling if you give your body what it needs. Elderly wisdom has taught me that sometimes the answer isn't more rest, but better fuel. So if you're tired of feeling fragile, if you're worried about falling, or if you just want to walk taller again, this video is for you. And trust me, number 3 is the one most older adults are dangerously low in. But it's number 5 that truly surprised me, because it had nothing to do with food at all. Let's begin. 1. Vitamin D, the sunshine savior. Now, I've lived most of my life in California. Sunshine was never in short supply, so I never thought I could be low on vitamin D. But guess what? After 70, your skin loses its ability to produce it by nearly 75%, and with less D comes weaker muscles. A study published in the Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism found that seniors with low vitamin D are 3 times more likely to struggle with stairs or rising from a chair. That was me. I remember my neighbor Martha. She's 78, sharp as a tack, always wore a big garden hat. But she started using a cane last year. Her doctor tested her D levels, and they were dangerously low. She started taking 2,000 IU daily, added salmon and egg yolks to her meals, and within 8 weeks, she walked without the cane. "I just feel firmer," she told me, "like I'm not made of paper anymore." Since then, I've been adding sardines to my salad, taking a supplement every morning, and yes, even sitting in the sun for 15 minutes like a cat. But always check your blood work. If your 25 OD levels are under 30 nanograms per milliliter, it's time to act. Senior health starts with your foundation. And vitamin D is the cornerstone. 2. Magnesium, the relaxation mineral. Now here's where it gets interesting. Magnesium works with vitamin D. Without it, D can't do its job. But half of all seniors don't get enough. I first noticed it when the night cramps began. You know the kind. Sharp, twisting, like your calves are being wrung out like a towel. I'd wake up gasping. I thought I was dehydrated. Turns out I was magnesium deficient. Magnesium isn't just about relaxation, it's crucial for muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and blood sugar regulation. Without it, your legs feel like they've run a marathon after walking to the mailbox. There's a study from 2022. Seniors who took 400 milligrams of magnesium daily walked 20% farther without pain. I now keep almonds in my jacket pocket, spinach in my smoothie, pumpkin seeds on my oatmeal. My Sunday ritual? An Epsom salt bath, Sinatra on the record player, and 20 minutes of letting the aches melt away. I remember Dolores from my church group. She had tremors in her legs that scared her. Her hands couldn't hold a pen steady. After introducing magnesium and cutting back on caffeine, the tremors eased. Her handwriting came back. Dolores said, "I feel like myself again." Advice from old people isn't always poetic. Sometimes it's practical. If your legs feel like knotted ropes, magnesium may be the key. If this resonates with you, even a little, I'd love to hear your story. Have you tried changing your diet for strength? Leave a comment below. Someone else might read it and realize they're not alone. And hey, if you've made it this far into the video, you're not just watching, you're showing up for your own health. That's motivation, inspiration, and real wisdom. Next, I want to tell you about nutrient number 3, the one most seniors overlook completely. And number 5? It made me regret every sugary breakfast I ever had. Let's keep going. 3. Vitamin B12. The nerve protector. Let me tell you a story. Every Sunday morning, I'd meet my old friend Clarence at the diner 2 blocks from our retirement community. One day I noticed Clarence was dragging one leg slightly. I asked him about it. He said, "Probably arthritis." But the following month, he started using a walker. Something wasn't right. Turns out Clarence had a severe B12 deficiency, and no one caught it until the numbness crept into his hands and feet. You see, B12 isn't just for energy. It's essential for nerve function, brain health, and muscle coordination. And after 60, your body becomes far less efficient at absorbing it, especially if you're on medications like metformin or acid reducers. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that almost 40% of older adults have low B12 levels, which increases the risk of falls, weakness, and even memory loss. I looked at my own blood work. My B12 was barely scraping by. My doctor put me on sublingual supplements, and I added more eggs, dairy, and a little lean beef back into my diet. Within a few weeks, I felt steadier, less foggy. My steps felt more sure. Senior health isn't just about strength. It's about keeping the nervous system sharp and intact. If you're noticing tingling in your feet, forgetfulness, or mood swings, don't ignore it. Ask your doctor to test your B12. You might be surprised how one simple change can renew your sense of balance, both physically and emotionally. 4. Omega-3 fatty acids, the joint guardian. This one might surprise you. When I was younger, I thought fish oil was just some trendy nonsense, but I was wrong, dead wrong. After 70, our joints become more fragile. Inflammation becomes chronic. And what do most of us do? We reach for ibuprofen. But the problem isn't pain, it's what's causing it. Inflammation. Omega-3s, found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, are natural anti-inflammatories. They lubricate the joints, protect the heart, and even sharpen memory. There's a study from Harvard showing that seniors with higher omega-3 intake had a 30% lower risk of physical decline. I started taking a high-quality fish oil supplement every morning. My knees used to creak going up the stairs. Now they feel like they've been oiled like an old door hinge. I also bake salmon twice a week now. It's become my version of comfort food. I'll never forget Eleanor, a woman I met at physical therapy. She was 82, frail at first, but with the strongest will I've ever seen. She said, Omega-3s saved my hands. Her arthritis pain reduced so much she went back to painting. It wasn't medication, it was food. If you're finding value in this, let me ask, have you made any changes in your diet that helped your strength or balance after 60? Share your experience in the comments. You never know who you might help. Wisdom grows when we pass it on. That's what we elders are here for. That's what tranquility wisdom is all about. Coming up next, I want to share the nutrient that shocked me the most. The one that's often overlooked, but made my legs feel stronger in less than 30 days. And finally, we'll talk about the one food group I had to say goodbye to for the sake of my independence. Trust me, number 5 might just change the way you look at your breakfast plate. If you're still with me, I want to thank you. Because we don't talk enough about strength after 70, not just physical, but emotional. And these last 2 nutrients, they helped me feel like myself again. And number 5, well, it changed my mornings forever. 5. Protein, the building block I ignored for too long. When I was younger, breakfast was bacon, toast, and black coffee. No one ever told me that after 70, protein becomes the difference between standing tall and being stuck in bed. Let me explain. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein to build and repair muscle. That means we need more protein than we did at 40 or 50, not less. A study from the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging showed that older adults who consumed 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day had better muscle mass and mobility than those who didn't. I used to eat cereal or toast in the morning. Now, Greek yogurt with nuts, a hard-boiled egg or 2. Sometimes I blend a protein shake with spinach and almond butter. It's not fancy, but I can walk farther, lift heavier groceries, and play with my grandkids without needing to sit down every 10 minutes. And then there's Paul, 81 years old, my neighbor down the hall. He fell last year and broke his hip. After surgery, the doctors put him on a high-protein recovery plan, and he bounced back in half the time they expected. "It was the damn lentils and eggs," he laughed, "but they worked." Advice for the elderly isn't about giving up. It's about adapting. Protein gave me my legs back. If this story reminded you of someone, a father, a friend, or even yourself, leave a comment below. Let's not keep these life lessons from the elderly to ourselves. Sharing them is how we pass down strength. 6. Water, the forgotten healer. Now here's the one I'm almost embarrassed to admit. I wasn't drinking enough water. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But dehydration is one of the top reasons seniors end up in the ER. It affects everything, your muscles, your joints, even your brain. And your legs? They cramp, weaken, tremble, just because your cells are thirsty. Dr. Harper, my physician, once said to me, "Most people your age don't die of old age. They die of small neglects that build up quietly." I started tracking my water like it was medicine. At least 6 glasses a day, more if I was active. I added a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes, sipped herbal teas, ate water-rich foods like cucumbers and oranges. My swelling went down. My muscles didn't ache as much. Even my balance improved. Hydration isn't just a health tip. It's a foundation. And I'll never forget Louise, 87, sharp as a tack. She carries a small thermos everywhere. I asked her once, "What's your secret?" She smiled and said, "I water myself like a houseplant, and I never skip a day." So here we are. 6 nutrients, 1 body, 1 life. After 70, your body doesn't ask for much, but it demands consistency, attention, respect. If you've felt your legs weakening, if you've stumbled, hesitated, or sat out of something you used to love, know this: it's not too late. Your body hasn't given up on you. So don't give up on it. Start small. Reintroduce the nutrients that time may have stolen. You don't need to run marathons. You just need to stand a little taller today than you did yesterday. And if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend. Someone over 60. Someone who might think feeling weak is just part of aging. It doesn't have to be. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're building a library of wisdom here, from one elder to another. And every week I share lessons not just from my life, but from hundreds of stories just like yours. So there you have it. 6 nutrients that brought my legs back to life. Vitamin D, magnesium, B12, omega-3s, protein, and water. After 70, your body doesn't ask for much, but it demands consistency, attention, respect. If you felt your legs weakening, if you've stumbled, hesitated, or sat out of something you used to love, know this: it's not too late. Your body hasn't given up on you, so don't give up on it. Start small. Reintroduce the nutrients that time may have stolen. You don't need to run marathons. You just need to stand a little taller today than you did yesterday. And if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend. Someone over 60. Someone who might think feeling weak is just part of aging. It doesn't have to be. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're building a library of wisdom here, from one elder to another. And every week I share lessons not just from my life, but from hundreds of stories just like yours.